There are some questions that first-time home buyers are forgetting to ask. This is Ron Wojciechowski for the Black Hole of Real Estate. And if you're a first-time home buyer or someone who knows somebody buying their very first home, or for that matter, maybe hasn't bought a home in a long time, the first thing is, let's start with this question. Do I have to have 20% down for a mortgage? And the answer is no, but a shocking number of people are under this long-held belief that you must have 20% down payment in order to purchase a home with mortgage. And nothing can be further from the truth. Now, many people will recommend it because you can save on the mortgage insurance that goes with having less than that amount down, but it's certainly not a prerequisite or a mandate. And in many cases, it just isn't cost effective. Many people will keep themselves out of the market trying to save 20% down when it's completely unnecessary to achieve the goal of home ownership. So you don't have to have 20% down. You can have as little as 0% down if you are going to use a USDA loan for rural housing. You'll check it out under usdaloan.org, or a VA loan. So if you have a DD-214 and an eligibility certificate, then you could most likely qualify for no down payment. Okay. So second question. Are there closing costs and do I have to pay for them? So yes, there are, and no, you don't. Yes, there's closing costs in nearly every transaction that you're going to use in real estate, but the seller can help you. They can absolutely give you a credit at closing as long as the house appraises to be used for your closing costs, prepaid items, things like insurance, mortgage rate buy downs. Very commonly, it might be a percentage, but it could just be a flat figure. So let's just suppose that you were buying a home for $300,000 and the seller was willing to contribute up to 3% of the purchase price. Then you got $9,000 to work with for closing costs, prepaid items, and mortgage rate buy downs. And you can mix it up as long as you word it properly. You could differently just say, I need help for $5,000 in closing costs and do a flat fee. And as long as this fits within the parameters of the mortgage that you're applying for, these should be good. Now, keep in mind, most conventional loans will allow for 3%, FHA up to 6% in some cases, but typically 3%, and on a VA up to 4%. Now, there's other options out there, but that's the basics. The other thing is, when we are purchasing a home, can we ask for repairs to be done? And even if you're in an as-is contract, you can still inspect, and if there's something that's broken that you would like fixed, you can ask for it. Now, the seller may or may not be under obligation to do that for you, but you could ask for home repairs after you've done the inspection. So that's just 3 items right now, which surprisingly, some first-time home buyers are not aware of. So no, you don't need 20% down. Someone can help you pay for the closing costs, and even with an as-is contract, you can ask for repairs. And that's something you can work out and negotiate with the seller of the property. It's just a few things we have going on right now for first-time home buyers to make sure they understand. If you want to add one more thing, there are a lot of down payment assistance programs that are available, and it's usually by county. So if you were to type in down payment assistance and then fill in your county where you live, you can then find out which of those programs are available to you and how to qualify for them, and then tie it together with your mortgage when you go to make the purchase. There you go. So that's 4 things that we can work on with first-time home buyers to help ease the process of gaining home ownership. If you got questions, drop us a line below. Definitely hit the subscribe button. This is Ron Wojciechowski for the Black Hole of Real Estate.